This is TWiT.
Google supposedly is working on a new way for consumers to trial apps on Android. So this is according to a report by The Information. So Google's got this new trial program, supposedly, that would basically allow developers to release a micro version of their app for users to test out and hopefully, turn that into a purchase if they like what they see. And I mean, I haven't seen how this works or how it's supposed to work. I'm an Android developer. I thought about this a lot. I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is the way to go. I don't know what, releasing a micro app, I don't know what that's about. I mean, I kind of feel like I do agree that there has to be an easier way for consumers to try out apps and then pay for them if they like them. I don't quite feel like in-app purchase does it. You'll even see the app I have in the Arena tonight. There's a free version and then there's a pro version, and you have to download this separately, and there are two different listings in the Play Store, and it's a little confusing. I feel like there definitely needs to be a solution. I don't know if a micro app trial is it, but this is interesting. I mean, the Play Store doesn't generate nearly as much revenue as the App Store, by I think it's like 20%, like a day by day. I think it's like 1.1 million per day for Google Play, versus 5.5 million per day for the iOS App Store. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. So this will be interesting. I don't know. How do you guys feel, Jason? Would you be more likely to purchase an app if you were able to do a micro trial? I'll call it that, beforehand, or do you feel like this is just adding, I don't know, more complexity to this process?
I feel like that's a little more confusing than what we have right now, which is download it. And then, I mean, let's say it's a paid app, download the paid app, pay for it. And then you have 2 hours. We now have 2 hours, by the way. It used to be 15-minute window. Now it's 2 hours. You have 2 hours to just go back there and say refund. Although maybe some people don't know that in advance, so they don't do it. But are they really going to know about the testing out, micro app functionality either? I don't know if that improves the situation. I'd be curious to see how they roll it out exactly. What do you think, Matteo?
I think it's fine for large-scale development. Google might need to give developers, especially the smaller development houses or independent developers, a bit of guidance on how to create those demo apps, how to either lock down or exclude content, because it's quite a difficult task to do so, in my view. Mm-hmm. Because you're starting to mess around with the integrity of your binary. And that can be tricky. Yeah, depends obviously on what your app is and what it does. But I would be worried if I were an independent developer doing everything myself, creating a demo app of a fully functioning app and then having to support both of them.
Right, or is the demo built into the full one, and then it's like a reveal of functionality? It does sound kind of messy from a development standpoint.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea of giving away to people to trial it, but yeah, it just seems like at what point do you draw the line as to what to share and what not to share, and what, you don't want customer dissatisfaction when they download an app and use it, and then they like using it and then it stops, when you reach the boundary, that's probably not a good experience. So interesting though.
I mean, and Webby2 in the chat room has a good point. I mean, right now we have a lot of, and this is actually an approach that I like right now, which is here's a free version of the app. It does this. With an in-app purchase, you can unlock the pro kind of functionality. Then it's all, part of one app. The upgrade path is within the app. So at that point, likely you've made your decision. You said, you know what, this is great, and I do want to kind of extend my commitment to the app by paying $2, and I'll do it through the app, and boom. It's no muss, no fuss.
No, what I would like, and there's no reason why I can't do it. And my app in the Arena touches on this a little coming up. But why can't they put some sort of timer within the use of the app and be like, okay, hey, you've used this app now for an hour. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Keep it, trash it, buy it. You know what I mean? Like,
some of them do that.
Yeah, that would be a more clever way of doing it, I think, across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a free trial. I think just the price turns people off. Right. So you're selling an app, you look, oh, it's not free. I don't know if I want this. You're not thinking, well, refund window, I have to make sure I have to decide. And I just don't want to have to set up my Google Wallet. I just want to install this, and then if and then like Ron said, so then you have it for 2 hours, and then you get, hey, buy or not, and if not, then poof, the app goes away, right? That might be a better way to do it. It does feel like the like this costs money, buy now is a stopping point for a lot of people, because they're like, I'm just, you know what, I'm not going to spend money on this because they're not sold on it. They don't know if they want it yet. And I do think that one of the big reasons the App Store, even though it's been many years now, but, you have this like huge market, mostly based in the United States, that had already been buying music through iTunes, right? So like iTunes already had your payment information. So like the leap to apps wasn't a big one, but with Google, you have to set up payment, and it's a much larger international market and whatever. So I think that there are definitely challenges there, but it seems like that would be the thing I would want. That said, I mean, if making the micro app was relatively simple, as easy as, say, Android wearing my app, like I would do it. My app is $2 in the Play Store. I'm sure that stops a lot of people short entirely. I've definitely gotten emails from people saying, please refund me. I missed the window, but I really don't want this, and that's a pain, and I do. And so it does seem like there's a better solution here. I just don't know about the micro trial, and for my app, and I think it depends from app to app. I think that it's more obvious what a micro trial would look like for some apps more than others.